This is going to be one of those videos that I'm going to look back at and go, oh man. But I do hope that you join me for this journey. It's going to be a rambling video and the journey for the next several years. Let me explain. Since 2003, I've owned my own practice, primarily focused on digital marketing. Enjoyed it, helped several businesses, too many for me to even count, grow from 3%, 5%, 16%, 17 times, 1700%, and anywhere in between. And some have stayed flat. Clients have been in Denmark, Florida, Missouri, California, Wisconsin. I can't think of them all, but Virginia, West Virginia. But the point is since I've owned that practice in 2003, I've never really been able to answer the question of what do you do? And the reason why I haven't been able to answer that is because I've never focused. I've always been able to do a little of this, do a little of that. I'm a jack of all trades. I have a load of working knowledge in business. And what I lack in knowledge, I have a wonderful, very smart, advanced group of people backing me up, known as the Wizard of Ads Partner Group, which I am a member, hand-picked member of Selected. And as of today, I've realized, you know what I need to do? I need to obviously focus, but I need to say, this is what I do, and this is how I do it. What I'm going to be focusing on is communications. Now, I'm still working it out, but this video is for more or less prosperity's sake, for myself, and anybody else who wants to see where this all started. Perfectly fine. So I don't expect you to sit around if you don't want. But I realized that ever since high school, I've been in communications. And we're all in communications in some manner, of course. But specifically, in high school, starting actually freshman year, but more or less sophomore year, and that was a long time ago, it was being in the broadcast program at my high school, Homewood Flossmoor High School. And I was extremely lucky to be in that program. Extremely lucky to have the parents I have and family that I have and the support I had then. Being a little nostalgic, obviously, but the reason why it is such a great thing is that starting sophomore year, I had to create a 55-minute live documentary on the radio. And for every second over or under, it was a grade letter down. Aced it, by the way. And by the way, it was on learning disability, and I will have a link to that on my website soon if you want to listen to it. That's neither here nor there. But the year after that, I was operations manager, and the year after that, I was station manager. And ever since then, I've been in communications. For instance, after that, I even applied for at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, which is top 5 broadcasting, and they even said, advisor in broadcasting said, you've done more than most of my juniors and seniors have done. Don't know if that bodes well for them or not, but I took that to heart. And I said, okay, great. And I went there for a year, dropped out for several reasons. So this isn't quite my gig. Going back a few years though, even before high school, ever since grade school, I went through special education for a learning disability in language and mathematics and some other areas as well. And because of that, I had to learn how to do some things just a little different than the mainstream. Nothing wrong with it. Great. It was good stuff, but it allowed me to look at the world at a slightly different angle than the mainstream public. And those little things have given me the edge on being able to see the world in a different way and how certain things can work or not work and how they can be combined. So I put all that together, looked at my work history in radio itself after high school, professional radio, went through doing overnight stuff, did marketing directorships, event marketing and web director, went through development, doing development for a nonprofit, and then that's when I chose to open my own practice, specifically dealing with digital marketing. And it's all fascinated me. Loved it. I've always loved it. But when I opened my practice, a little bit before actually, I was introduced to two gentlemen named Brian and Jeffrey Eisenberg. They're brothers. They're known as the conversion rate optimization kings. They're the pioneers in this arena online, looking at improving, visitors when they get to your website. Are they doing what you want them to do, and how to increase that? And they are brilliant at it. They've gone on to do even better things, but not just online, but also offline, and learn from them. But of course, learned in that one of the techniques is to use temperaments, psychological temperaments, and based in Myers-Briggs type indicator, which Myers-Briggs, if you don't know what it is Carl Jung's research put into usable information. And the Myers-Briggs type indicator personality test is used worldwide. It's worldwide known. It is used in the Fortune 500, Fortune 100s. It is a very well known and very utilized assessment, personality assessment. A few years ago, I used that in everything I did for my clients. And I was really drawn to that. I like understanding that. I like doing research and applying this knowledge to help my businesses grow. Well, 2 years ago, in 2012 or 13, don't remember now, I became certified to provide those Myers-Briggs personality assessments to my clients. You have to be certified to do that. I've done that, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. And then I started to think, well, here I am doing web marketing stuff that I've always kind of grown and say, well, yeah, the website's done, but what about these other areas in your marketing? They need to match. Everything needs to match. And I also had a problem of just saying, no, I won't do that, or give me more money. Not being, what's the word? Can't think of it. Not being a sleazeball and asking for more money for very little, much more work. I'm actually the opposite and been told so. But I was looking at all this stuff and I said, wait, there are so many businesses out there who they have basic communication and it's great. They've gotten where they've gotten because they are smart and because they know what they're doing. But what about those little things on the edges that they're not doing? Those are the things that will make them grow extremely well. It's the 80-20 rule. You have 80% of things, well, that last 20% makes the biggest difference. And that's where I'm kind of specializing, is how can businesses communicate better internally and externally? Internally, how do teams work? Is it a good combination of people for a team or for a common goal or a project? What about employee-boss relationship? How can that be bettered? What about just shifting employees around or groups of people around to be more efficient? So that's internal communication. And also using technology to increase efficiencies, which is something else I enjoy doing. Research, technology, and psychology. All three of those combined. Well, there's also external communication, which is websites, which is your traditional marketing, TV, radio, things like that. It can be press releases. It can be just simple sales conversations with your current and potential clients. It's all of that included. But everything comes down to basic communication. How is it handled? How is it done? And what can be done better to increase profit? And not in a sleazy way, but in a way that creates a culture inside of a business, and that culture expands outside of the walls of the business and attracts the right customers. All that's a pretty broad area of things, but it's all areas that I enjoy. And I have great working knowledge in business. And I have access to brilliant people who have even more working knowledge to business that I can use. So from this day forward, the beginning of 2015, wow. Beginning of is it 2015? Yeah, 2015. It's right up there. At the beginning of 2015, I've said, okay, I'm going to be in communications. And I'm going to help businesses of all sizes, primarily though, owner-operated businesses. Communicate better internally and externally. So this is that video of putting the flag in the ground, saying, this is my stake, this is where I stand, this is where I'm going. I'm going to use all my past knowledge, my ability to look at things at a little different angle, my certifications, in other areas as well, and go forth and help as many people as I possibly can. Hope you'll join me. I will learn. I know I'll learn a lot from you, and I hope I can help you learn a few things that you can use for your own growth or for your business growth. Until next time, which I promise the video will be much shorter, much more compact. Until next time, I bid you adieu. Thank you so much. Take care.